Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of ACMG TV's The Playground. This is your host, Xavier Josiah. In light of our recent guest, TC Carson, I decided to go back, revisit the remastered version of God of War 3, one of the greatest trilogies in video game history. I get a chance to check out what they've changed, how the graphics looks, how does everything turn out, and does it still bring back the epic nostalgia that we got to enjoy back then when it was released. So here's my review of God of War 3.
My vengeance ends now.
God of War 3 is regarded one part of arguably one of the greatest trilogies of all time in video game history. The great and talented people at Sony Santa Monica had the hardest task of trying to complete a much more elaborate and bigger experience than we ever had before, knowing that some of their key figures have left the company to pursue their own ventures. Despite the challenges and trials and tribulations of what they had to do to put this together, Sony Santa Monica did a great effort. In fact, they even superseded their efforts in creating one of the best games ever made, one of the best level designs ever made, and possibly creating one of the greatest experiences ever in the history of games. For the first time ever, you got to play on a level platform that was actually a moving being. It was one of the Titans itself, a gigantic scaled boss that you got to not only walk around and fight and hack and slash, but you also end up fighting him as well. So you had all of those options and challenges against you. All of these new features led to you wanting to get Zeus and the gods of Olympus even more than ever. This was indeed the big payoff that we got to see Kratos finally get revenge on the gods of Olympus, and man did it not disappoint. This time around, you got to face all of the gods of Olympus in almost like Kill Bill style, getting them one by one at a time, all leading up to the big finale with Zeus. One of the other things that made God of War so great was the puzzles that they had for each level. There were some puzzles in there that you had to figure out, and the great part about it was they never beat you over the head about it, and it was never hard to figure out or too hard to figure out. They were just a great balance of challenge and fun at the same time, and you were able to get through with no problems. You add that to all of the beauty that you see within these levels, including the color, the lighting, the shadowing, and all of that's combined to make this such a beautiful work of art. It'll make any art student, any design student, any architect student bow to their mercy and praise them for all the work that they put into this game. And let us not forget of all the weapons that you were able to collect and upgrade along your journey as well. You add the weapons plus the great combat system that they have for the game that now other people are also using, including the QTE system, which was originated by Yu Suzuki, but now more revolutionized and perfected by Sony Santa Monica. You made for a great experience that is unlike any other. And to top it off, you had the superb voice acting of none other than TC Carson replaying the role as Kratos, as he's done for so many other versions of the game and crossovers as well. Not only was TC's performance so great, but it also grabbed you and pulled you right into the storyline and let you live vicariously through his anger and pain.
Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus!
The only gripe that I can see somebody complain about, which shouldn't be a big deal, is the CGI scenes, which doesn't match up to the new graphic overhaul that the game provides now. With that being such a minor detail, everything else about this game is so fantastic, and it meets every bit of expectations and the experience that you had when you first played the game. So definitely get God of War 3 for the PlayStation 4. It doesn't even cost as much as what it used to be. It's a great deal and a great time. If you haven't played it before, now is the time to play it and find out why this is one of the greatest games of all time. I give this an epic A+. And not only get the game, but also check out our Talk Time Live exclusive with the one and only TC Carson as we talk about the God of War series, his experience as Kratos, living single, and much more. You can check that out at acmgwarpzone.com, iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play.